Well, hello, and welcome back to the tower. So obviously this has been 2 weeks with the update, and let's just see what the little ones are doing. Obviously I had to do this video right here and now because basically I just started a run on Big Tower, so I wanted to slide it in right there, and as a bonus, Little Tower is almost done with his run. But without further ado, so 856 billion for Tower 3. 992 billion for Tower 4, 1 trillion for Tower 5, and 1.21 trillion for Tower 6. No surprise there. Now the issue with Tower 6 is I actually do need to spend Tower 6's stones. I didn't realize Tower 6 has 200 stones saved up, so that means I need to do effective paths and plug everything in and see where it wants me to spend it. I think I am going to do effective paths differently, but we'll see. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but oh, well, we already did that, didn't we? I guess I turned it off already. Well, you got to see it again. But anyways, now we have to focus on Big Tower here because I want to get him farming. Obviously, with so many runs, farming has kind of been like between runs kind of thing. So let's take a look here. I'm going to go ahead and just delete this run. I just ran it just to get some cells. Not really a lot, but I've got some. So the funny thing is, I got 150k cells from this, which is, again, not a lot, but it's still funny. So as you can see, I've been trying to do, this day I got 4 in. The other day I got 2 in. This one didn't go well, but, you know. Been trying to kind of get 3 runs in a day, is about 3 to 4, depending. Has been about my goal. 4 is very optimal when I'm extremely on point. 3 is more average. So with that, well, let's go look at the tournament first. So I got third. Now that I have my bots kind of sorted out, I expect to get probably 4th, 3rd here. I don't think I'm going to get to 2nd. That's fine. Moving on to bots. Oh, we can't have this. Oh no, how did that happen? I forgot to get the event boost, but now I have it. Thank you so much for whoever is so generous to do that. And you know what they did? To even make it even better, you want to know what they did? They went here and did this. Zaerdin. Wow. Way to embarrass myself. Can't even spell my own name. That's because my microphone's put at the keyboard. And confirm. And if you choose to support me, thank you so much. If you choose to support somebody else, well, thank you for watching. And if you choose to support nobody, well, thank you for rejecting capitalism. Okay, so got the event sorted. I was behind on that. Oh, apparently I forgot to grab my medals. Well, now we have Ancient Times, and the Clock Tower, and Space Distortion. So, Defense Absolute, Cash, Attack Speed's not bad. Crit Chance, that's really good. Wait, Chance? Oh, Crit Chance is not as good as Crit Factor, but still good. Always good to have that, and of course we're working on finishing up these. I should have the module 1 done, which should get me pretty close to Clock Tower. I guess I'll have to get finished like Nuke or Energy Shield. One of them will happen overnight. That's fine. Oh, bots. This is where it gets tricky. This is a difficult choice. As you can see, the bots are the exact same range. I don't know what to pick. I kind of want to get more range, to be honest. So we'll save up for that, I guess. I don't really know what I should pick. I think it should be, I mean... And yes, I made a mistake last time. These are just supposed to come up even. It's a square. The reason I forgot that it was a square is because I multiplied one side, not the other side. It was late at night. Things happen. So please forgive me. I even linked the spreadsheet that showed how I did it wrong and then showed how to do it right. I just forgot to multiply both sides. It's fine. It's fine. Water under the bridge. We're not stressing over our inability to do math. It's probably better to upgrade both of these because it's cheaper, is what I'm going to assume. So we'll do that. I just went back on my word, by the way. I said we weren't going to do it. We did it. Now, obviously, I'm waiting to see what other medals we're going to get. And if you're wondering, like, hey, wait a second, these were all from previous events. They were not paid relics. We haven't seen those yet. And then, of course, there's the Guardian. Yeah, I forgot what I was working on. I was working on fetch. There was a fetch thing I was doing. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure I should be doing fetch. Like, I was really betting on something else. Like, super betting on something else. And it didn't happen. You know, it just didn't happen. I mean, these things do happen sometimes where they don't happen. Okay. Let's see. I'll still work on this, I guess. We're just going to work on the fetch for now. I don't know how viable this is, but at least it's a nice thing. Okay, we're getting fine chance. Cooldown. Fine chance. I can always respec this later, so I'm not like super sweating this. And of course, summon's maxed, so that's nice. Summon's maxed out. And I did go ahead and buy the teddy bear and the Earl. It's a teapot named Earl. Imagine that. And of course, these are good too. The free util and the tower damage. I mean, we're just going to get everything. Little towers lighten them up. I mean, you always get everything, but you know. Let's see. Vault. I do not know what to get with my vault. I know somebody in the other one was like, why didn't you just buy the... Oh, I guess it's not too bad. The flat 5. See, it's not multiplicative 5. That's what you have to remember. This is additive 5%. Did I get crit factor already? Because crit factor is actually what you want to eat. Yeah. Probably get crit factor first. Because this double dips. Your crit factor double dips because of ultimate weapon crit. So I'll grab that. Now, I mean, I can just come back and get this, I guess. And I don't know that crit chances as... I don't know which one's better. It's fine. We'll get them both eventually. We'll grab some super crit mold, I guess. I have 10%. Yay! So we spent our vault. I probably shouldn't have spent that much. Whoopsie. I'll probably need to save up and keep like 100 keys in reserve. I probably shouldn't have spent down that much, but it is what it is. And then, of course, I've been doing my Dissonance runs. Like, that's the thing that we need to talk about here. So as you can see, Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, all the way up to Tier 6. I have gotten all my, thank God, utility runs done up to Tier 17. I'm farming Tier 17. It has the highest multiplier right now. Do I think I will be able to max out Tier 17 and go to Tier 18? Probably. But, so what I'm doing right now is that I know I can probably take attack all the way up to 13 with my farm spec. Why are you using your farm spec? Well, because I don't have to switch it when I go farm. That's the number one reason. The other reason, and then if you're wondering, well, why didn't you finish util runs? The reason I didn't finish util runs was I had rushed a bunch of these, and then the one I didn't rush was tier 10, and I'm like, well, I'll start there. So I did 10, 12, 13, and then couldn't finish 14. So I'm like, well, I'll go ahead and do the attack, and then I'm going to come back and just do these. If you're wondering why I'm doing it in such a weird order, it's because I'll get the attack up, get these up, and then by the time we get back to tier 14, I will have all the bonus from ultimate weapons, all the bonus from attack, and then I can build an attack spec and do it again. That's basically what I'm going to have to do. I have to build an attack spec for this, have to build a defense spec for this. That's what the 2 nothing slots are. We're not going to build them right now. I mean, this whole thing is really cool, but it also really makes me wish that they invested more in the UI. Because, like, it's why don't we have module presets? Like, that shouldn't be, like, rocket science to do, right? Module presets should be easy. And honestly, what I actually want is the shop to go up here above the settings. You know, it could be a big icon like this. And oh, actually, it should be up here in the upper right-hand corner. And then it should move all this down, right? All this down. Big old shop glowy button here. Then, like, then there should be like a tower overview button, and it's here. And then it just moves, so then this moves over, cards move over, everything moves over when this becomes the tower overview. And what the tower overview button does is it shows you, it would have a list, right? Like, oh, here's your workshop. You're in the farm spec. If you don't have presets, then obviously it's not really relevant because you don't have choices. But it would just be like, oh, this is this spec. And I mean, to be fair, if you don't have presets, you should be able to easily label the one you're in. So like if you respec, you could relabel to tournament if you know, and that so it would list and show you which one you're in, right? And then it would have another line that says, oh, these are the cards you're using. And it would just list the you know, the thing here with a shortcut to go to this screen if you wanted to. Then, since you have module presets in my ideal world, it would list what module presets you're using. You know, and again, if you want to switch, it would send you here and you would just switch, right? And it's the same thing with bots and Guardian. And I really want bots. I want this tab moved out of the event. It doesn't belong here. I don't know where it goes. And it's the same thing. I want Guardian like moved out of here. It really doesn't belong here. It should be part of the tower and not part of this. It's really awkward to me that it's here. I get it. They put it there because of the space, but I mean, if they did the thing that I am suggesting, they could move it in here. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could leave it there too. You have it 2 places. I don't know. But that's the idea, right? You have it, and then at least you can see an overview of my tower. You can see, okay, I am in I have my farm spec on, I have my farm cards on, I have my farm modules on, I have my and Guardian has to have presets too. And you can have Guardian presets without, you know, because you can just switch the Guardian, right? This Guardian presets, you can just switch them. You know, it would just be more like, it wouldn't really be presets, it'd be more like things you have equipped. You know, so it wouldn't be true presets, but that doesn't matter because when we inevitably get the ability to just respec a Guardian whenever we want, which will inevitably be in the vault, and I probably should have spent all those keys, then we can have presets here. You know, it is sort of weird that they wasted so much space. Like, I would feel like chips should be smaller. Like, a little bit smaller. I don't know. Like, maybe these slots should be smaller. Somebody needs to be smaller so they can put the presets in here. I was hoping we were going to get those. I really was. Anyways, that would be my ideal world, so I don't have to go through all these things. And it would be really useful now with Dissonance. But anyways, that's what I'm doing with Dissonance. So I'm going to do farm tonight. Then when I get up, I'm going to try and do the tournament early tomorrow, famous last words. If I do, that'll be fine, and then I'll just keep going down here until I'm planning to hopefully be able to get tier 13 with just no attack. I think that's... I know for sure, like, 11 and 12... Okay, there goes Little Tower. We can actually see his stats. So we made 29 trillion for 7,657 waves. No idea how long the run is, but that's about 10-hour run. So that's nice. I'm just going to send it back to farm. You finally got to see a full run, Gale. I know she wanted it. So there's that. So we'll do Dissonance here. As far as what I'm doing, I guess I could enhance myself. Yeah, I'm going to go farm, so I can enhance myself tonight. I have been researching everything. I am 6xing everything because I farm overnight. The Dissonance stuff is actually pretty inexpensive for the labs. They're not terribly expensive. We'll see when I get there with Little Tower, like, how many can I really do and stuff like that. To be fair, for Little Tower, the only one he would be doing right now, if he had this unlocked, right? I think the first one's like 700 trillion, so it's a little too expensive for Little Tower. But if he did have it, which he doesn't, he would still only be doing utility. He would only be doing utility to a point. He wouldn't be doing anything else. So there is this, and then I started doing level skip. This is the only expensive one, so I have to be mindful of how expensive it is. But the reality is, these are cheap. They're not even a queue. So I can spend down. I will farm quite a bit. Okay, well that's... I don't know that I need more cell bonus right now. We'll work on getting these up. Eventually, I will be pumping cell bonus to try and 7x. But to try and 7x, I need to actually finish doing all the Dissonance runs, getting to the point where I'm just farming regularly again. You know? Oh, we can look at my tournament. Okay, I can finally get the last click on the tournament, gold box that. So that really should open some things up now that we will have this maxed out. So that'll be nice. We will now be able to just, in my tournament spec, we will now be able to invest in, like, damage and other things. So that's actually huge. Alright, so what else are we doing? I think that's everything. Yeah, I talked about these. I honestly don't know how high I'll be able to take these. I know this is really expensive at some point. When this gets really expensive, I will just swap back to... I'm trying to work on finishing stuff out. Like, I'll finish up the recovery package and this one. I'm trying to just get some easy gold boxes. I don't remember if the landmine decay was one. Missile decay, the smart missile decay is one, so I will be doing that. And so we're just going to be focusing on getting those done. I don't know how high I'll take the defense dissonance. I don't know. I don't know why I rushed this one. This one, I haven't even done anything of this. Don't know why I rushed it. This is actually one of the harder ones to do. It is what it is. I want to rush Utility Echo, but we'll get there when we get there. I don't really need to rush anything right now. And then, for those who are curious, this is my bonus right now. So, 73,836.8. My themes bonus is almost 2x, and so is my relic bonus. And that's just crazy to me. So these are all the bonuses. I get this question from time to time, like, what are your bonuses at? And you can see 73,000... Oh! Huh? Is that right? I guess my util bonus finally pushed, because of all the utils runs I did, I guess it finally pushed, it even pushed tier 19 over, so that's a mistake for me. How many waves do I have in my dissonance here? I guess I didn't realize that all these boosts, like, finally narrowed the gap. I only got 3,800 waves. I am hoping that they give us 1 coin and 1 coin per kill for these utility runs. I'm not really, you know, looking... I mean, I would only... I mean, 1 cash and 1 coin. It's just silly to me. You get one attack, and you get 1, you know, health, and you can kind of... Like, again, like 1 health, no matter how much you multiply it, you just will never multiply it up high enough, so it doesn't matter. But 1 attack, you can actually kind of multiply that up, right? So I guess... we were actually farming tier 18 because I didn't see that the bonus went up. But that's okay. We checked it. We caught it here. It's fine. I mean, the difference is actually pretty marginal. It's actually going to be a bigger difference than cells, I think. So we go farm. Very important that I go farm, obviously, because we need to be farming and when we're not doing dissonance runs. And I'm trying to space it out. Like I said, I am still 6xing. This is a little low for me. It'll be okay. I promise it'll be okay. I think... I'm pretty sure if I calculate it with doing these farm runs overnight, because I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night, but I'm pretty sure with doing these farm runs that everything is okay in terms of my cells. I will make a decent amount. Like, I think I did a 17,000... Yeah. Oh, I can delete this one. I made 4 million cells, almost 5 million, which is not quite a day's worth. That gives me a... Well, it depends. You know, it's obviously, you know... It's not quite a day's worth. I think it's... a day's worth is about 7 million, so that's a 3 million burn. But if I'm doing a 3 million burn per day, I have 22 days of burn, and I swear to God, we better be done with dissonance runs in 22 days. I don't think it's possible for me not to be done with dissonance runs in 22 days if I keep doing 3 a day, right? Because I'm at 6, I'll be at, hopefully I will be 10 to 12, 10, not, it won't be 12. I'll be, it kind of depends on how the tournament goes. I'll try to, whatever, you know. Oh, that's going to be difficult. I guess I need to figure out, like, when I wake up, if I'm going to immediately stream. Because it would make more sense to immediately stream than immediately switch to a dissonance run. I mean, I can always obviously let the farm longer. That's always a possibility, but that's what I... These are the kind of headwinds that these dissonance runs put me up against. So I have to do a dissonance run. We have to do a tournament and a dissonance run, and when I wake up, I have to determine which one I'm going to do. I am probably going to try to immediately do the tournament, I think. Famous last words, because I still have to get some videos uploaded tonight. We'll see. Okay. Anyways, so that's that. Yeah, that's everything with Big Tower. So we'll have another exciting tournament. It's going to be kind of interesting whether I get third or not. It's bizarre because I feel like this has been a big boon to me. But I have a feeling it's only going to be a big boon to me because I probably saved up medals and got donated. I had to get some donations. I got a little help. I only say it's only because I was able to save up enough medals to get and it's not really even, I would say, synchronicity, but enough to get Golden Bot Plus, Bot Plus, and Ampy Plus. So when everybody else gets those, I imagine my lead will start to erode because that's how I see that going. Everybody's going to get them, my lead's going to erode. I only got this boost because of this. Maybe my econ, now that I have finished my skips, maybe my econ will give me enough of a multiplier to keep my damage ahead. But I'm not going to hold my breath for that. But it is exciting, right, to gold box that. I'll have the highest skips I can get. At this point with my tournament spec, it might even be worth considering. I forget how expensive the next 40 levels are. I want to say it's like less than a Q. So it might be worth it to get them to 680. Honestly, if it's less than a Q for 10, That's going to put them at like 3Q each. Okay. All right. Hold on. We're looking at that. Inquiring minds want to know. I have to restart this. Okay. No, I was. Oh, okay. It's okay. Okay. It's more expensive. So this would put them at, we'll say 16. I will get them to 680. Yep, that's what we'll do next, is 680. I won't do them. We'll do them if I remember. Okay. So that's 660. So this way I don't forget, right? So we'll get them to 680, so I have like the easiest way to get them up. Now I have to clear that out. Oh, about the workshop upgrade, so that's nice. Clear the history out. How bad did I mess up my history? Oh, only 340 waves. It's not bad. So we will definitely make sure back in farm spec. Yep, coin multiplier looks right. Okay. So we're going to do that. We'll see how that goes. Obviously, just running this overnight, I'll have enough to probably get the attack skip up, and then we'll see tomorrow what tomorrow brings. So that's at least good. That way I have a more stable plan. Okay, anyways, now it's Little Tower's turn. Okay, I'll have him go enter the tournament. Little Tower has been having a difficult time in the tournament. However, that's all part of the plan. It's not really part of the plan to have a difficult time. It's more like a side effect. What's this? Oh, the patch notes. Yeah, I did get the patch. Oh, I guess there's the patch notes. This is important to go through. Oh, we kind of went through these on stream. I'll go through them here anyways. So Flamebot's fixed. Bot is now going to buff Flamebot. So this is actually huge if you're actually EHP and you were upset about the Primordial Collapse. Well, now you have Bot amping Flamebot, and that kind of solves that problem. That does create a different problem of, well, now you have to sync them and all that, but, you know. Thunderbot has the stun as an effect. Okay. So Echoing Shot now buffs armor, stripping, and damage amp. I don't know if that's good or bad for me. I don't understand what Titan Shock's formula is in the first place. I think that's the one with attack speed, because you can't knock them back. Oh! You can now rename your priests. Wait, they could always be renamed. I renamed them before. Oh, I didn't check the synchronicity change, but it says it's unique. We're just going to trust it on that. Ampies. Wait, I didn't change my bots, did I? This is why I really want that overview, so I can just see. Oh. That's a problem. Well, at least we didn't make it too far. I didn't... That's good to know that it reset that, because I didn't notice until now. I mean, it wasn't a big... No, I got the update today. I was in the middle of a whatchamacallit run, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so that's fine. We can bot. Thing is, this game has so much... Oh, thank goodness they did fix it. So I guess we found out anyways. Ha ha ha. This game has so much visual noise that I couldn't tell that they weren't synced. But okay, they fixed it. Thank goodness. What was I gonna... Oh, wait. What was I gonna do with this? I think this is I don't have enough for duration, so it doesn't matter. They both need to have duration. Alright, let me make sure I'm back in farm spec. Okay. Oh, also, like, since I scroll this should be frozen. And everything should scroll under it, so you can always see what your specs are. Minor nitpick. Okay, now we can go in here, and then I have to, once again... Alright, well, we only lost 550 waves, so that's fine. Good thing I accidentally looked here to check this out, because I didn't even notice this earlier. But it's fixed. That's fine. I'm glad they fixed it. Okay, Ampy's lab is no longer tied to Bot. That's fine. So then we have the stun and miss decay. So there's stun decay. Enemy is stunned. Makes the next stun 0.5% shorter. Miss makes the next miss 12.5% less likely. And Death Defy, every time you Death Defy the next one. This really doesn't matter. Like, if you Death Defy and you don't just kill the thing because you Viking, like, if you don't, this is only good for Viking Funeral. So if you Death Defy and don't kill the thing with Viking, I mean, I guess I think I used to. I think at one point I did have a triple, so I don't know. Well, I mean, this just means you can't. This prevents you. Well, this reduces the odds of you being able to like cheese a boss through multiple Death Defies, which I think I did at one point to try and get to a break point. So these, like, they have a whole explanation saying they're not trying to do a nerf. This is a nerf. Like, you can't, like, sugarcoat this. This is a nerf. They also said that they haven't seen any issues with the damage redux formula. I don't know what was up with that, but yeah. They changed how the ultimate weapons, there's some issues with this. So ultimate weapons now save state, but they didn't save the state of summoning Gold Bot. So now you kind of can desync everything if you pause it. I just don't have a sync with, I just have max summon and, you know, or the minimum cooldown summon. So I don't worry about that. I mean, I should still try and sync, but I'm almost always up. And it's more for Golden Tower Plus anyways, I think. I mean, I don't know, it'd be nice to sync, but, you know, it's I think just having it go off when it goes... See, it's syncing right now on accident. Having it just go off whenever is fine. Might not be perfect, but it doesn't matter, because if your game crashes or you pause the game or whatever, it doesn't work correctly either, so... That's a big thing people are complaining about. Because it used to be Ultimate Weapons auto-activated on restart, so everything restarted back up at the same time. And then you could do the sync. Well, obviously, the problem with that... And this is the thing, like, I don't understand why we have 25 restarts, because the problem with this is the fact that we have 25 restarts. But obviously, how do you abuse something like that? Well, you use your 25 restarts to just start up, do your ultimate weapons, turn it off, restart, do your ultimate weapons... You know, I guess exploit. I mean, it is an exploit. It isn't. They should fix it, but it's like you created this problem by making the number of restarts so high. I think 25 is a little excessive. I think I would settle for like 5 to 10, but it's whatever. I'll take 25. I'm not trying to say take away the extra restarts, but the reality is if your device is crashing 25 times during a run, probably got problems. Vampires no longer increment the damage block, and Death Defy is no longer capped at 40%. So the good thing about the Death Defy change is now you can get a higher Death Defy. And then they just immediately rolled out 28.0.5 right after 28.0.4, which tells me we are still the QA department, so don't worry about your job. You will always have a job here in the tower QAing their updates. In fact, we were so good. This came out on the 15th, and we found a bug on the 6th by the 16th. So congratulate yourself for being the best QA tester you can be. So that's what's going on there. Oh, I guess I should have got that. Oh, we did get our, whatchamacallit, Ancient Times. That is Defense Absolute, not super useful. We got the nuke mission again. I think we still have more missions, so we're not going to try and do the nuke mission yet. The nice thing is, Little Tower did, everybody bought cards, so nuke missions should be a little bit easier next time. And I can spend 400 medals. I don't know what Golden Boy is going to tell me to spend it on. Let's see. I did get cooldown and duration. Okay, then the next one is range, which I got. And then it's... Oh, okay, it's bonus. We can get bonus. Yay, we got bonus. Actually able to spend some medals. So as you can see, I did gamble a bunch of gems. We'll talk about that when we get to modules. I'm not really happy with the cost of this. This is like this. I don't understand this game. This is what I don't understand. They put a catch-up system in. That's awesome. Then they turn, and I will say the same thing with these. Okay, these two too. Then you're trying to catch up, and the cost of the catch-up system is so ridiculous. Like they could have easily, I think, I don't remember how much this is. I think 600, 600, 1200, 1200. There's no reason this couldn't be 300, 600, 300, 600. And the fact that, and the problem is, as this store is not specific to the relics you're missing, it's just the relics that you're missing that happen to show up. And please, don't lecture me on, oh, they did it that way to sell gem packs. I get it. I get that they're trying to sell more gem packs. It's not lost on me. But I think we should also be able to criticize the game and say, hey, you can be a little bit more generous to free-to-play players. Okay? I think we can all say that if these costs were halved, free-to-play, I mean, it would be more affordable, but, you know, I mean, throw us a goddamn bone sometime. I feel like it's an insult how expensive these are. I feel like these are insulting. I think this should be 100 and this should be like 300 maybe. I just feel so insulted with the prices of everything in this game. Even when it's a catch-up system. I'm not even talking about the price of stones or anything like that. Like, every catch-up system in this game feels like it wants to break my leg. And I mean, I know that a big driver is, well, we want the whales, really want to have everything, to have to open their wallet and spend. But I feel like it just doesn't feel fair. And the reason it doesn't feel fair is because if you've been playing for a long time, like, Big Tower had these 4 relics. He would never have to buy them. It doesn't feel fair to have the catch-up be so punishing. And the reason that I don't have these relics is because Little Tower didn't exist. Like, and then I see people on the Discord, I mean, not the Discord, I see someone on the Reddit defend it. And it just blows my mind. It's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. If you already have these medals, you want the price to be as high as possible. Because we're all eventually competing. We're all competing in the tournament, right? So if you already have these medals, you want the cost to be ridiculous. Because if these are like a whole week's worth of gems, that means somebody isn't spending a week's worth of gems on modules, or on cards, or on anything else to catch up to you. It's the same thing. You want these two to be as expensive as all hell for the same reason, because then they can't use medals and can't use the medals to catch up to you. That is not lost on me. But I think as a community, we need to be like, whoa, we really need to be a little more generous, because there's 2 ways you go up in the tournament. One way is you try to gatekeep as much power as possible from new players so they can never catch up. That is one way you kind of hold your tournament rank. You basically, I have been here so long, I'm going to throw up a wall, and it's going to be the biggest wall I can throw up to try to get you to climb over. Okay? That is absolutely one way. But you have to remember, the tournament is a pyramid system. So if you throw up too big of a wall, the new players that you need to make more brackets say, you know what, I can never catch up in this game. Why am I playing? I can never make any headway in this game. Why am I playing? And we need those new players, because new players make more brackets, and more brackets also get you a higher rank. It's not a one way or another. You can have, this is one of the few times you could have it both ways. We could make things easier to catch up. That hopefully encourages people to play longer. People that play longer tend to make more brackets. More brackets means if you started before them, you're generally going to be a higher rank. So don't forget that it doesn't have to always be, here is a roadblock to throw in front of a new player. It can also be, well, wait a second. We want to encourage these new players to be here. So maybe we should roll out a little bit of a red carpet. So just keep that duality in the back of your mind, right? Not everything has to be punishingly expensive to the point where a new player is like, huh, I feel, and again, I feel like the metal cost for these relics is too high. And I know some people are going to say, well, that's what makes it interesting. You have to prioritize what you buy, and sure, but also, like, if you got it for free, it doesn't feel good that somebody who just, and again, your skill at getting these wasn't like you were a good player or you were amazing at the game. It was, oh, I happened to be playing this game 5 years ago when this event first came out, so I got everything for free. That is your skill. That is the skill you're defending, okay? Just to be very clear, that is the skill you're defending, so let's be a little more generous, hopefully. I know it's not up to really us as a community, but I also feel like the community can make change if we all believe something strongly enough. And this is one thing that I think we should, for the good of the long-term growth of the game, kind of be concerned about. Because again, the more players, more brackets, the better your rank is, assuming you've been playing for a long time. Regardless, that's my rant on that. And if you think, well, they just will get it eventually if they keep playing, I think you're underselling how demotivating it can be to see everything be so expensive that you feel like you can't afford anything. Like, the only system I can say that a new player can engage with in this part of the game and actually feel like, oh, I'm not getting, like, completely hosed, is, I would say, the guild system, so far. And this is assuming that they don't change the guild system to be some weird catch-up system. Obviously, I don't know, we have no idea when they're going to rerun these, and how are they going to rerun these, or anything like that. Because that's another problem, like all these things need to be rerun, right? Like, I'm assuming that the relics can end up in the store, but what about, like, all the old guild themes? Where are they going to be? Are we going to have another gem sink where they show up here and now you have to buy them for gems? That's not going to feel good. But that's another one we should be mindful of because, again, we want people to play the game and we need to have it where they feel like, oh, I can get some of the old stuff and I can also make progress with the new stuff. And honestly, if it was up to me, I would probably set these, I would probably say this would be like 150, 300, and that would be kind of pushing it because you get about 900 medals. So I probably would reduce the cost of these a long time ago. I would have put this one at 100, this one at 200, so we're already saving 100 there, and then do the same thing with the relics. So basically, if you miss the relics, you pay 300. If you didn't, you pay if you didn't miss the relics, you pay 300 if you don't have the themes. If you have the themes, if you missed both, it's 600. And at least with 600, that would mean you would still have some medals left over to actually, like, work on your bots, right? It's not just a constant treadmill of trying to be like, okay, let's do all the events again. Let's catch up all the stuff we missed out on. Okay, finally, we have repeated every event. Okay, now I finally have repeated every event. I can now work on my bots. Doesn't feel good. I feel like asking this to be reduced, isn't the end of the world. I mean, I would even be happy if they just did, you know, mirrored the cost here, 150 and 250. So it's 400, 400, you know. I still feel like that's a little on the high side because you're not really going to be able to get many more medals than that. But again, I feel like the game is too punishing to new players. And being too punishing to new players punishes us all. And even and if you're a player that doesn't want any the new players to, if you're a player that wants the new players to be punished to the max, I'm explaining this to you so you kind of try to see it from a different perspective, that punishing them to the max means they might quit the game, which means they're not playing anyways. And that's worse for them not to play. Okay, anyways. Now that I got on my rant, thank you for setting me off on my rant. So you can see I've been working on coin bonus and sell per kill bonus. I've been working on that because I was almost out of cells. I got down to like 120, and we're trying to recover. And so I was like, well, let's just work coin bonus, sell bonus, coin bonus, sell bonus, coin bonus, sell bonus, until I kind of dig myself out of this hole. Obviously, farming tier 9 instead of tier 10, that's contributing a little bit too. The fact that I haven't really been able to invest in any kind of thing to make things better, no defense or anything, that's also a factor. But the good news is we're starting to turn a page here, because obviously reroll shards, that's going to take forever. Daily mission shards, I forgot to see how expensive this lab gets. But 100 billion, not much. We're starting to hopefully turn a corner with that. I'm actually going to look this up on the lab. I know I shouldn't do this while we're talking, but we're going to talk while I look this up. D. D. Death Ray, Demon Mode, Daily Mission Shards. Alright, so Daily Mission Shards is a very quick lab. It's 52 days with no speed up. That's at lab speed 99 with all the other things. You know, just we're gonna, you know. It actually looks like it's a pretty quick lab, and it never goes over 250 billion. It's probably going to be higher than that for Little Tower because of everything. So this is actually a quicker lab than I realized, so that's good. So if we triple speed it, and let's say it's not 52 days, but it's like 90 days. What's the difference? We're on 34, so we got 33 done, which is 20 days. So we're not quite halfway. We'll be halfway in a little bit. Not quite halfway. Well, actually, I can look at... Can I see how long I have here? It's 2 days for 34. Okay, so... It's about double. It's probably a little less than double, so it'll be about 100 days and 3x, yeah, so it'll be about, you know, 105 days divided by 3 is 35 days for Little Tower. We are working on things. We're almost done with coins per kill. We're almost done with lab speed. So obviously, when I finish lab speed, I think I'm just going to immediately start lab coin discount. Just because that's a really long one. Gonna need it for card masteries. Gonna need it for dissonance waves. Gonna need it for so many things. So might as well just start doing it. So that's something that's coming eventually. But that's fine. And reroll shards, I don't remember how long this one is. Like, these were ones that I started doing, and I just, like, didn't have a lot of things to do when these came out. Like, and I don't think I did these immediately either. I think I undervalued these. Reroll shards is 100 days, so for Little Tower, it's probably going to be closer to 200 days. So this is another kind of short one. Short-ish. But that 200 days at 3x will be about 2 months. Reroll shard is going to be there for a while, but that's fine. And then obviously we have Golden Bot cooldown, which I don't know how much that is left. Cooldown. And that's a 22. Yeah, Golden Bot cooldown really takes a long time. The last couple ones are going to be pretty long. So, Golden Bot cooldown is going to be there for a while. What are you at? Coins per kill? Let's check coins per kill, because I think that's probably the quickest one we're going to finish, I think. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. So 90 is like... Oh, I guess this is closer to 1.5 times. That makes more sense. So 90 is... there's about 100 days left there, too. So funnily enough, like, almost all of these are going to finish around the same time. And if we look at lab speed is the one I know will be correct-ish. And we're on 84. We're over the halfway point at 84, researching 84. Because 83 is 1 year, 42 days. There's 280 days left of lab speed. God bless. Oh, let's look at these. Oh yeah, this is the thing. I did draw modules as on the stream, like I spoke about. That's why I'm down to 16,000 gems. Oh, did I forget to grab the gems? Okay. But we did finally get, and this has probably been a huge help, is we finally were able to get, who is that? I should know his name. G-Comp up to Mythic Plus. That was actually huge because that was about 100 coins, 100 bonus. A little less than 100 bonus. I think I was at, well now, see, it keeps going up, right? I was at 823, I want to say, before I upgraded. Upgrading it moved it to 830, and then being able to spend the shards I had accumulated pushed it up to just under 900. So that was actually a pretty big, that was about 10%. Just being able to do that. And then I realized later I did not have this done, so we'll do that now. And then we should start getting some reroll shards, so we probably will reroll. Because now I have 300k reroll shards. We're starting to get to the point where I could actually, you know, I probably need to reroll this now that this, but we can save that for tomorrow. Because now I could get, you know, mythic package chance, mythic coins per kill, mythic attack skip. So we have some options here that are kind of interesting. And I don't remember this being terribly hard to roll, but we'll see. I only have 300 shards right now, but the shards are going up. The reroll shards. Are they reroll shards? Oh, we have to buy a card. And yes, I haven't finished cards. Oh, hey, we finished Super Tower. What are the odds? What are the odds we finish Super Tower? That was... It has to be that card because I'm using regen. I mean, I guess... Well, I don't know how it does the odds. If it's even odds, it's 1 out of 5, 20%. If it's weighted based on how many cards you're missing, which I don't think it is, it would be different. So, I guess... Wait. Oh, sorry, 1 out of 6. We had 1 out of 6 chance for that to happen. Oh, I don't have demon mode? Well, that's unfortunate. I don't have demon mode. Oh, I put intro sprint. Oh, I got intro sprint. I guess I need to buy another card. That was what I was originally going to do, was buy another card slot. But we'll save this for later. Okay, that'll complete that mission. Hey, 93 shards, look at that. Workshop upgrades, we'll buy one of those. Oh wait, did I not? I did. Alright, we'll just have to hold on to that. Oh, the interesting thing too is... I know I can't get health. Health is too expensive. That's too expensive. How much is that? 2 trillion? 2 trillion, that'd be equivalent to 20 trillion. That's too expensive. Yeah, can't get that. Are we not worth getting this up 10 levels? Yeah, maybe it is. Because those are both expensive. And Super Crit Molt is also expensive. Oh, I guess I can grab... Yeah, just grab that up. Just spend 2 trillion there. I knew it wasn't going to go any higher. Alright, so we spent a little bit of our money. And like I said, we're mostly just saving up these trillions at this point. Oh, hey, we completed the box. Nice. So, I think that's everything with Little Tower. Again, this is kind of a long episode, but sometimes the episodes just get long because I go on a rant. And I'm unhappy with the state of the universe, and so... yeah. But, once again, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again, and I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.